Haven't posted anything recently because I've had sciatica, which means that due to the levels of pain, poor wee me, I haven't been able to sit down for any length of time or stand still for any length of time. So I can't sit in front of the computer and edit stuff. So hopefully here is a very short video without any editing. Tale of three hammers and another thing. Okay, I'm walking about, bearing between that bench over there, there's another bench in there, and the bench in there, doing part of each job in each bench, so I don't have to stand still for any length of time. I do a bit, do another bit, and then walk between the two. So anyway, this bench is here, we have these hammers, and I've been sorting out materials for building a garage, which will end up being a workshop, because I've always wanted a workshop, and when you get to my age there's no time but the present. Anyway, three hammers, all different, two sledgehammers, and this one, which is a comb hammer. Bought this at a car boot sale several years ago, kept it in a drawer, and this is a replacement comb. That's an old comb, and you can see this one here, it's worn down almost completely on this side. On the other side it's worn into a bevel, because it started out looking like that, and these are hard. The material in here is resilient, so that you can knock the combs in and they can be held hard, you can knock them out again, and it shouldn't crack in the throats here, although you can often see that. And these are used for dressing bricks and removing the, what do you call it, mortar from old bricks that you want to reuse, which is what I've been doing. The old bricks are going to be used for the inner skin of the garage, and I've collected lots. So this little thing, it's probably got the original handle, although it's had better days. It rained the other night, first time in months, and it's sat out in the rain, and it's plimbed up nicely. It's all wobbly. It says Braids 1704, made in England. Had its fair share of abuse. I've cleaned it up. It's got a lot of rust, or had a lot of rust and cement on it. Here someone's overhit and deformed it, and eventually when it works loose again we'll reset the haft a little bit further down. You see it's got a short haft. I think that's original because that fits very nicely, and it's got a big long unwieldy head on it, so I don't think it ever had a long haft. I actually use it like that and knock onto the bricks. Knock the material off. Also been doing it on here, because this hammer came out of the skip and it's been used for tamping. You can see it's a big bugger. I've partly cleaned both of these up. So £14, much bigger hammer than I would normally use, but someone will like it. It was chucked in a skip because it was covered in concrete. Handles on the move. You see resin here. It's been glued in. And resin here. There might be a wedge, a circular wedge in the end there. No maker's name on it that I can find. Someone's overhit. So this will have to be re-hafted. But if you go from there to remove all this material, which is a stress razor, it might be too small there. It might fit straight into the tunnel in the head and be loose. So I've started cleaning that one up, and we'll see where we go with it. Other thing to note on it, it's fairly modern, still got paint on it, and it's also got all this material on the haft, which is varnish, which means that you can't oil the haft to keep it supple and less likely to crack. You can see it's cracked all the way down. But the haft, the grain runs all the way from top to bottom, and it says here hickory. Can you see that? C-K-O-R-Y is fairly clear. It might be US hickory. So hickory's good timber. So imported hammer, imported hardwood. Let's see if we can keep that going. Make it justify its carbon footprint. The other thing about it is there's no bulb on the end. So this is same diameter all the way, some damage there. So your controlling hand, right hand for a right-handed person, will skid off the end. This one also has no bulb on the end. You can put a bulb on it. And this is probably the original haft on this hammer, which says 12 pounds braids, made in England. Some severe damage on the end here. It's been used to hit something hard. And there's a crown, which might well mean that it was produced under government contract. £12, 1792. It's not when it was made. Probably the pattern number. Started cleaning it up. So when I got it, it looked like that. And you can see longitudinal hardwood wedge and 2 metal wedges. And this is still solid on its half. So we'll clean up the end here, oil it, and we'll put it back into service. You need to watch these cracks to see if they start to open up and pinch your hand. So I don't think they will. And we might do a little bit of judicious shaving on it to create a bulb on the end here. And you can also see these older pattern hafts have got a long lead into the head, so you can slide the head down the haft and keep the thing going and keeping it safe for longer. The grain also, you can see quite clearly, runs right the way through. If you're buying a haft, never buy one where the grain runs off at an angle in either plane, because that's where it's going to break and give you a nice sharp end. And the last one is this hobby that I inherited from my father, who inherited it from his next door neighbour. Goodness knows where he got that from. And this is a tamper or punner, or elephant's foot or compactor. Originally would have had a wooden handle, something like, oh, now I've said it, got to go looking for it. This one over here, which is a modern handle from a pair of shove holders with a big bulb on the end, so you can pick it up and do that with it. But someone at some point has put in a bit of water pipe, which is flattened there. And it says, which is quite nice because I like makers' names, Frank Parker and Co. Limited. I haven't looked that up. I've cleaned it up slightly because it had been sitting out in the workshop, forgotten, I have to admit. For many years, I've cleaned some of the rust off, and some of the crust and the accumulated cement on the bottom. You can keep this face nice and clean, then you don't end up, if you're in clay especially, with a big wodge of material on the end, so the thing weighs even more. But it does anyway, you can see a bit of it. So that is in use at the moment. So 3 hammers, a punner, and I hope that's useful. 8 minutes, hopefully no editing. I still can't sit for more than 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Hope that was useful.